Good morning, everybody. Good day. Good afternoon, and happy yesterday. How about that, huh? That's all we know for sure, is that yesterday happened. Maybe. Either way, it's not important. Oops, sorry. I have a really horrible setup. Let me see if I can move the camera. There we go. Oh, people are saying stuff. Well, I messed up. The whole thing is a mess up. Yeah, crap. Have you ever read Numbers? That whole thing is crap. Like, it's. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. I think he was pretty clear what he meant. Besides, I don't go into somebody else's chat and start preaching. If you come here, I'll preach to you. But you open the door. I think it's, I don't know, kind of pushy and rude to do that. Especially when a lot of people seem to ignore the other crap that's in those books. And just highlight the special parts that make them feel good. And then they get mad when people point out the bad stuff. Well, that what? But he works in mysterious ways. Saying what? Well, everything is just crap then. How about that? Crap works in mysterious ways, and it's tangible. You can actually use it as a pigment. Or as I like to call it, a shipment. I've been shipping that stuff out for years. Oh, sorry. I have this here because I sweat. So I have to have something there, you know? Plus, if I sweat, it means I get dirt on the page, or, um, you know, when I sweat, it's green. It's bright green. So I don't want it to get on the art. The Dutch will come and shoot me down. I was gonna make a get to the chopper joke, but I couldn't figure it out in time. Like get to the hopper, but then the hopper. Nobody knows what a hopper is. A hopper is the thing that I put paint in at gambling, oil paints. And then you hoist it up onto this thing and open it up and pump paint into little tubes. Thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of little tubes. That was quite an interesting job. But Gecko, I like your style. Thank you for the compliments. I feel like the day when I finally get like some kind of creative block is the day when I can take a vacation from it all. The big one, my friends. The day I get writer's block is the day I don't exist anymore. I could write a song every day for the rest of my life and never get bored if I had the time. Just gotta structure your time better, I guess. My time. Gecko, you are just the silliest little. You crack me up. For me, it's a cankle. Or maybe a crankle. Because I'm cranky in the mornings. Can't you tell? Because by this time, I've already been up for like 4 hours. For some reason, I just get up. I don't have a job. This is my. I'm trying to make this my job. I actually quit my day job. I was forced to, though. My body said, "You're done, dude." And my mind said, "What?" And my pocketbook said, "Ugh." And then, yeah, everything just came together like a symphony, but it just sounded like a big fart. So it wasn't that impressive. It's not like that movie Beautiful Mind or something where everything's magical and look at the stars are aligning. Nope, just sounds like a fart that no one else will ever hear or smell. It's pretty lonely being an artist. Somebody would ask, "Can you describe the smell?" No, can't even. Won't even. You gotta smell it for yourself. You know, that's what it's That's what's happening. Thankfully, the kind of paper I get is scratch and sniff. Oh, stop. Got some residue on there. A felony. That's an inside joke, get it? Inside. It's a cocaine joke. Inside the nostril joke. It's stupid. It's like I can't stand that kind of humor when I see it in movies, but I do it all the time. Like it's just that kind of crap. That's the word of the day, Gecko. Every time I say crap or somebody says crap, you have to get pots and pans and bang it in over somebody's head as hard as you can until they pass out. But don't be violent. No violence. Just hit them as hard as you can until they pass out hard, violently, until they hit the floor violently. But no, not on purpose. Make it look like an accident. This one person down here once was talking to me and trying to get a rise out of me. And he was. I was kind of aroused. But that's why it's hard wearing dresses sometimes. So yeah, but he was saying, "Dude, bro, you got a lot of rage in you." And I was like, "And should I not? Is that okay?" It's just weird. Themselves to others. Or they think you're trying to compare yourself to them. It's like we're wholly uncomparable. Even if we shared the same womb, we are completely different beings. That being said, I don't know, kind of similar in other ways. Most of us like popcorn. A lot of us like anime. Took me a while, but I got into it. Took me 75 years. It's still growing on me. Literally. It's on my ankle. See it? I have a cream. It's important to express yourself and expose yourself to deadly flesh-eating artistic viruses. You'll thank me later. I'm listening to an album by Pink Floyd called Obscured by Clouds. I've been listening to this album since I was in the 8th grade. It's actually a soundtrack to I think a French film. I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't remember the name of it. It's like La Valley or something like that. Revisiting a bunch of music I listened to when I was very young. It's crazy how it'll just bring back so much stuff for you. It's great. I wonder if they use that. They must use that in therapy. Like, it opens up the past in ways that other things can't, I think. Or at least helps, you know? If you let it. There we go. Peekaboo. Who's there? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Hi. No. Stupid. There's a song by Pink Floyd called I forget how it's like written weird, but it's like what's the deal? Off of this album. I'm listening to it right now. What's the Deal by Pink Floyd. I I highly recommend that song. It's the kind of song I want played at my funeral. I'm planning my funeral for 2075. It's gonna be great. I'll be 366 years old. All that alchemy. The sorcerer's stone. Whoever you are and whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a safe morning and you're happy and you're with people that love you. If you're not, hang out with me. I'll love you. Sorry. It's always hard getting the lighting right at all, or light at all. It just looks crappy. Ow. Crap. See, crap. Crap. There we go. Just gotta get some coffee. Hello, sir.
Hello, what would you like?
Do you have coffee?
Uh, yeah.
Can I have some?
Why are you talking like that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
How am I talking?
Like that?
I'm just talking. Can I have some coffee, please?
You're a cup.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. There's a secret to this. Please turn around. Okay.
The secret is a slow drip, just so you know.
Well, it's not much of a secret then.
It never was. Now go make some more, kiddo.
Oh, thank you. Who the hell are you? Can you please get out of my house? Didn't hire a barista. Oh, good heavens. You know, I asked for some coffee. I didn't ask for this gourmet shit. I mean, heavens. Give me this gourmet shit. That's what I gotta do, a parody of Pulp Fiction. I have a briefcase that looks just just like that stupid ass briefcase in that stupid ass movie. It'd be funny. I want to do that scene where it's like, what? But instead of what he's saying, say art one more time, motherfucker. Say it one more time. Art. Thank you. Now give me a bite of your burger. Piece of shit. That dude that he shoots, Guy Whaley, Frank Whaley. He's like one of my favorite actors. He's not very well known, but he's in this movie with Kevin Spacey back in the 90s, mid 90s, and I think he might have directed it maybe. But in the movie, his name is Guy. I always want to say his name is Guy Whaley, but it's Frank Whaley, and um, he's like the assistant to like Kevin Spacey, who's just this horrible like executive producer in Hollywood, like kind of guy, and basically summoning his summoning his real life persona apparently, but anyways, yeah, it's a really good movie. It's called Swimming with Sharks with Kevin Spacey and Frank Whaley, and it is gnarly. It's the coolest movie. But yeah, Frank Whaley's pretty cool. He gets murdered in Pulp Fiction. Damn. I mean, but honestly, if I was in bed with Marcellus Wallace, and had stolen money from him, and there was some man in my apartment with a gun in my face telling me to stop saying what, you know what I would do? Say what? I wouldn't even say it in Spanish, in Espanol, for those who don't understand what I just said. And also, just so you know, that's the only thing I understand in Spanish. Or I'm sorry, in Espanol. Besides my name. In Mexico, they call me Sean. Because that's my name. Sean, so, yeah. Oh, gosh. I don't want to paint a Virgin Mary or draw a Virgin Mary. And I don't really feel like taking requests right now. I don't see the point. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why it's a trend, and I don't want to do it. And there's ways to ask, and there's plenty of people who have asked in certain ways, and I've gone above and beyond for them, so it's not that I don't do it or won't do it. Sometimes I do. I'm sure some other channel. But asking me to paint a Virgin Mary is kind of ridiculous, if you ask me, if you've ever seen any of my other work. So please move on. Or appreciate what I'm doing instead of telling me to do something else. I don't give a fuck. Sabado, 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 Sabado. Well, you know the rest. Nunchucks with playing poker with the... Oh, cheese. I had to finish that joke, I think. But anything else besides what you're actually fucking doing right now. Please, just anything. Vaguely, just stop what you're doing and just draw what I want you to. And yes, I am a comedian. I look at myself every day in the mirror, and I laugh for a good 20 or 30 minutes before I leave the house. It's great. Life's good. As long as we're together, life is pretty darn good. I'm actually going down to the honky tonk tonight if you wanted to join me. I think there's going to be a Virgin Mary down there. Or maybe it's a Shirley Temple. I'm not sure because I don't drink. But you know what I do? I rope and I steer. And I rope, I steer, and I steer clear of rope and steers. Put that in your pipe and smoke it up like an apple dick. Buckaroo. Doop 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 doop. Virgin Mary, you little silly boy. You little square. Virgin Mary. I'll draw a Virgin Mary, but you're not going to like it. You're going to run for the hills. You're going to turn into a pillar of salt, my friend. You don't want that. I don't want that. So, I hope you're writing all this down. That's free material. The funny thing about your comment too is like, am I a comedian? It's like, well, am I? Are you cracking up? If I'm not, then I'm probably not. If you're not laughing, I'm probably not a comedian. If you're tearing up or getting choked up, well, I can tell you the story. There was once a little man, a little boy, a little earthling. Can't remember the rest, but I'm sure it's good, and it means a lot to somebody, right? Anybody can relate to that, the beginning of that story, right? Okay, that's what Yes. I'm sorry I had to let that out. I feel better now. I feel better. I feel better. Let's put a chin on this little devil. See, everything is a song. Everything is a song. Let's put a chin on this little devil, darling. Let's line dance till the end of time. There we go. A little Jay Leno chin. A Leno. I've got a gentle chin. You know where it's been. That's right. Saturday morning, and my chin's got a grin. The size of an Alabama whale shark, my friends. He wasn't being as pushy as some, though. I mean, to his credit. Or if he's still there. You weren't being that pushy. I was just kind of poking fun at you, man. I don't mean any disrespect. I hate this expression, like I hate everybody the same or whatever, because I don't hate people. I learn stuff from everybody, but also, I actually do like. I like art. I like the Virgin Mary art because I love Mexican art. I love Catholic art. I grew up with it. my stepdad's Catholic, and my sisters and brothers are Catholic, so it's nothing. I mean, I've been around. I'm not trying to just demean people, but I think it's funny, or I think it's important to make fun of yourself, and to be able to make fun of others without fear of retribution to a certain degree. It's one thing to make fun of somebody but it's nothing to be cruel. I don't think it's very funny to be cruel, but it's funny to be cool. So be cool. That's the number one rule. Stay in school and be cool. Well, there's two rules. The same rule, kind of, because it's like the same thing. You're cool if you stay in school. Again, I couldn't take my own advice, though. I hated school. Bitch. What is that from? Be cool. Oh, Christ. Yeah. Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you meant that reference or not. Because isn't that from Pulp Fiction? Be cool. The diner scene? Be cool. Yeah. With Honey Bunny. Everybody be cool. This is Robbery. But then he tells the bitch to be cool. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Thank you. Yep, I just saw your comment. That's why you put it in quotes. I mean, I would love to do a parody of that scene, like from that living room scene with Julius and Vincent, but I couldn't be, because I play all the characters. I couldn't be Julius. I couldn't play Julius. Could I? How would I do that? How do people do that in these parody videos? I would love to do his freaking his monologue. Oh my goodness. My friends and I actually, my friend Nick, back in high school, taught me. He helped me memorize the entire scene of them in the car on their way to that place to shoot those dudes, and about the burgers and everything. Tell me again about the hash balls. And we would just walk around in public saying that out loud as natural as possible, and people would just be listening to us like, what the fuck are these kids talking about? Because nobody had seen Pulp Fiction back in 95, or straight sort of arrow people, straight and arrow people. Even though it was really popular, a lot of people wouldn't see it because it was very gratuitous. I had to sneak into the theater. I was only 14. My brothers and sisters snuck me in. They would always sneak me in to see. I was the youngin'. I was the youngest. They would pack my pockets full of stuff too, like candy. And by the time I was a senior in high school, I was telling a friend this recently, but we went when they re-released the Star Wars movies when Lucasfilm like added a bunch of digital crap to them, and then re-released them in the theaters. Like we went to all me and my friends in high school or senior year went to all three of them, and every one of them the opening night. And then there it was in Chico, California, and there were lines around the fucking block. It was the biggest lines I've ever seen in my life. And I like Star Wars, but my two other friends were like freaky about it, and I people were walking around taking quizzes or asking people questions and then giving them stuff if they, you know, got the answers right. And my friends were just like naming all these characters and places and shit from like the movies. I'm like, what the you guys? I had no idea they knew so much. I think that was the first time I'd ever came across like people that were that intense about stuff like that, and I was like blown away by it. I was like flabbergasted. I was impressed. I love my friends, and and yeah. By the time like I think we saw Return of the Jedi, it was in Chico, and it was by the new mall, and the mall had a food court and had a Burger King, and so I had a trench coat. This is back in God, 96 or 97. I graduated high school in 97, but I had this big ass trench coat, which you probably couldn't back then. Nobody really noticed it, um, but I snuck in a fucking bunch of burgers, like meals, like fries, burgers, and even drinks under my trench coat in my armpits. Like I was holding four drinks, and my friends like bought my ticket and gave it to the person, and I just had my hands in my pocket, like balancing all these things. And I was thinking any second one of these drinks could just fall and splatter on the ground in front of one of the employees, and the gig would be up. But we made it to the theater, and as the lights went down, I divvied out all the goodies, and like we're all eating Whoppers because it was packed. It was sold out, and we're all I'm handing Whoppers to my buddies. So we're all just like eating like kings. I don't know. This is like one of the best memories I have because all these people around us were like we're unraveling all this food, and it probably smells great, and they're all eating like junk food and shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, Whoppers are junk food, but you know what I mean. Not theater food. The best Whoppers ever. And then the drinks, I had like large ass drinks in my armpits. So I'm like, there you go, my name. Oh, oh, there you go. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to hit you guys. Gosh. There's this foreign exchange student named Pavo. He went to one of those with us, and he was hella cool. He's from Germany. Pavo, man, I would love to see him again. He's such a cool dude. But he was just like always amazed by the crap that we would do because he was very like, you know, he was very pure, and I don't know. He always thought we were like the funniest kids because we were like really. I'm like a kind person, but when I was very kind as a kid too, but also a rebel in a just a punk rock sort of way, in my own way. I was my own crumb. That's a John Candy joke. If you haven't seen Who's Harry Crumb with John Candy, you should. It's really funny. Well, I think this drawing is coming along. It's come a long way, anyways. I don't even know which up is. I feel like. Oh, I'm judging it like this. That's up because of the house, I guess, huh? Oh, ow. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, YouTube kind of sucks for the lighting. It uses like a weird camera. It does something to my camera and just makes it look silly. Because it looks a lot better on Instagram when I go live. It looks crisp and because it's telling me or whatever it'll tell me it's 4D, and I'm like, this ain't 4D. It looks like 1983. Man, I didn't think this was gonna really turn into much when I first started this. Little elephant. Little dude on an island. and I tap it and it won't focus. I don't know what that means. If anybody has any suggestions, like, can I switch lenses on YouTube? I don't know. Oh, strange. Sorry, I'm not the one that moderates things. I think YouTubers does that sometimes. I didn't mind your comment. I'm trying to show it, actually. It won't let me. But I'm gonna head out and go clean some stuff. There's this dance party in Grover Beach, and I've never danced in my life, but I was thinking maybe I would dance over there tonight. Or at least stand in the back of the room and think about it. Gosh, I'm such a dork. But at least I can draw. I might be a dork, but at least I can draw. My little Ninja Turtle with a banjo. I came as a rat. It's kind of a funny joke because his master is a rat. So, anyways, love you all. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thanks for stopping by. And, you know, if you're having an argument with somebody, if you're in the middle of something, if you don't like somebody, well, let's start with one thing. If you're having an argument with somebody that you love, get over it. Fix it right away. Tell that person you love them. But also, you're also going to come across people that just don't like you. Every day. Every damn day. And it's weird to get upset about it in one situation, but not in the other way. Like, say, I don't care if somebody dislikes me, if I'm in the car and they cut me off, you know, I have a Molotov just sitting there waiting for them, lit up and ready, just in case somebody ever does this. I have a Molotov in my car, lit up, waiting to throw at somebody. I'm just telling you that much, okay? Be kind, but carry a big Molotov cocktail. All right? Thank you for the nice words. Go love on somebody, especially the ones you don't get along with.